Hey guys, so I finally got a fresh new haircut and I am preparing for APE in San Jose and SCBWI here in Nashville. It's gonna be a busy September, but I wanted to take the time to share a helicopter sound with you guys. I live maybe I don't want to share this information. I live near a hospital that has helicopters like all the time. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of feedback, encouragement, and support. Now, I know a lot of artists are really big on like, you can show support through my Kickstarter, you can show support through my Patreon, you can show support through reblogging my stuff. And all that is totally legit. But sometimes what matters the most, what can really encourage the most, is just a few really easy, kind words to show that, one, you engage with their content, you're reading their comic, you're watching their videos, you care about what they do. What they do matters to you. It improves your life. Two, word of mouth recommendations to your friends. Sharing work you love made by indie creators with other people can make a huge difference in their lives. Same way it would make a huge difference in yours. And the sort of rule of thumb that I've been going by, and the sort of rule of thumb that is kind of like a guiding path even when I'm super depressed and I don't want to be on Twitter and I don't want to talk to anybody and I feel like nobody cares about anything I do, is so today, for example, I was feeling really down. I've been working really hard. I haven't been getting like any feedback. Not really in IDC, not really on comments here, and not really on my Twitter. And yet I've been sharing a lot of work. Getting some retweets, getting some favorites, but that doesn't tell me anything about how I'm doing. It just means that somebody saw it and possibly just felt sorry for me and wanted to share it. I mean that when you're depressed, that's how your brain tends to work. So I'm like creating this stuff and it's going out into a vacuum. And I've been really working overtime because I have these two shows coming up. I've been doing a lot of videos. Unfortunately, not that you guys have seen, but I have been doing a lot of videos. We just got a new editor, which you guys will see really soon. He's doing a great job, but I haven't really been getting a lot of feedback on that either. I've been doing more comic tutorials. I've been releasing drawing tutorials because people requested that, and I haven't heard really anything about that either. I've been releasing Kara pages, both as a webcomic and sneak peeks for Chapter 7. I haven't been hearing anything about that, which is super discouraging. And then I've also been working on my SCBWI Illustrator Contest piece, which is in a different style than I'm used to working in, and I could really use some feedback. I could really use some thoughts. And I just really haven't been getting a lot on that either. So I'm just kind of working in a void. And I know if I feel this way, other artists must feel this way. So I've decided, since I feel this way, I am going to make it a point to do exactly what I want done for me. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to directly encourage people. I'm going to tell them what I like. I'm going to tell them what's working, because that's the stuff like when it's like 12 o'clock at night, the witching hour, and your brain's starting to do all this like really depressive recursive thinking and you're having problems with intrusive thoughts. Sometimes being able to read through those kind comments can really help salvage your evening, can really help bring you back to why you're doing what you're doing. So that sort of verbal support, that sort of acknowledgement is super important, and money can't buy that. A lot of artists are very isolated. They don't necessarily have a lot of friends. If they do, it's other artists. So sometimes they can get really competitive, and sometimes you get so caught up in your own stuff that you forget to like reach out and be encouraging of other people. So that's something I'm going to work on, because I know that's a problem, and it's something I challenge you guys to work on, especially as the days are getting shorter and more people are struggling with SAD. And maybe depression is getting a little harder to battle. Let's try to take a moment and just all be kinder to each other, and hopefully that will have like a net benefit, and all of us will be richer for both being kinder to each other and richer for the kindness that we've received. So I hope this vlog has given you something to think about, and let's try and work on this together. And if you want to do it in sort of a community way, some ways you can do that are to participate in Webcomic Wednesday, which is when you recommend the webcomic of another artist and you can talk about your own. So it's a great way to promote. Webcomic Chat and Comic Artists Unite and Comic Book Hour usually start off with like, what are you reading this week? So if you could pick a smaller creator and read like 10, 20 pages of their comic and use that as your recommended reading for that week, that would be a huge help for a lot of people. I'm going to try and make a point to do that next week, because it's Saturday, so the week's kind of over for me. But I'm going to try to do that. And, you know, hopefully we can all kind of make a difference together. All of us little small fish can kind of swim together instead of trying to eat each other. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you really soon. Bye, guys.